how to approach the twin flame journey, how to do things that actually help you forward besides doing the inner work with Key. 1. Let go of improper attitude. The correct journey attitude is not, I have surrendered the outcome, but instead, I will feel my feelings and do my inner work, so I guarantee myself arrival at the true twin flame. I have seen that a lot of you potentially have the attitude that you have heard somewhere that you should surrender on the twin flame journey, and you've been trying to do some things and some time has passed and there were successes and failures, and now you're like, yeah, maybe I should just surrender it all. And you just surrendered it and you're like, yeah, I don't know, it's just a little bit of a mess. Yeah, I don't really care anymore, I'm so detached from it, but I actually do. Deep inside of me, I'm very upset and I very much long for this coming about of the true divine love union. But I surrendered it, so I do as if that is not the case. I do as if nothing's going on, because that seems to be the better spiritual ego to project forward socially. Well, that doesn't work. Now you're just sort of deceiving yourself and other people that nothing's going on, that you're sort of all right, that you sort of surrendered. And that doesn't help. Maybe you really have gone through all kinds of movements and it seems really, really stuck. And it's genuinely very difficult at this moment. And you genuinely said to yourself, I'm okay, I'm relatively peaceful. But when you're really honest to yourself, you're not in the divine love. You're not fully healed, your union is incomplete, you feel not fulfilled, you're not in harmonious twin flame union, the state of being, the state of consciousness. You're not together. And you feel deep in your heart that that is actually what is meant to be on this journey, and for you too. And that is true. So it is an improper attitude to sort of yeah, I'm okay, it's okay, it can be better, but I'm peaceful. That is not the truth. You're self-deceiving, and it's actually an improper attitude to have success. What does bring you success is be genuine about that you are not fulfilled, that you're not fully peaceful, acknowledge where you are, what exactly upsets you, and take that as step 1 of your key inner work and start to go deeper right there with that material that you have. Now you're going towards an attitude that does work. And the surrender that you thought that you were needing to portray, that you had because it sounded more spiritual, is actually what is showing itself to you as what you're doing now in the inner work of key that you're now doing. The inner work is the surrender that you are looking for, and you guarantee yourself the arrival at the true twin flame. Two, let the miracle in. We are doing inner work, and we go through step 1, 2, 3, and 4 of key. We're feeling our feelings. We choose to do that. We're going through it. We come to a completion of it. And in that completion, you have sort of fused yourself in that little part with the ever-present divine love union energy that is always already here in truth. And you start to do that with every little piece of yourself until all of your issues have been rearranged and brought to fulfillment of a completion feeling in that layer of divine love deep inside of you that is already your truth. That's the inner work. And sometimes we can really feel that we do so much inner work on one issue and it doesn't seem to be helping. I just did this key exercise of 4 steps of my issue so many times, 40 days long, and it still doesn't seem to change for me. Well, that is a matter of questioning yourself if you actually let the miracle in. Did you actually let go of the issue that you started with to fall in a free fall, completely naked and open in that layer? You fall inside of it, and then you land in a completely new layer that you never could have conceived of yourself. You've truly let go. You have no idea anymore. Because there are no ideas there. There's only love. And that is the fall into the miracle. The fall into the miracle consciousness. It will always be there and catch you whenever you truly let go. A miracle is that you step out of the way so that the divine can come through with what was already there that you didn't recognize yet. And that miracle wants to come through to you. But did you release it to the degree that it can? Your inner work is not only geared towards your emotional life and going over it and over it and over it. It is supposed to refer you to the falling into that place where you have no idea anymore. Your ideas are gone. It's only about love. The divine comes through with the answer that was already here, but that you didn't acknowledge yet. Did you let the miracle in? What works is allowing to receive that miracle. 3. Pay the price. The spiritual, emotional, money, effort, time currency that is requested of you, and how much that is requested of you. That's what you're going to pay to have your success, to move to your true twin flame and the union in a harmonized way, and start to build that ultimate love life together in all aspects, in your work life, in your private life, everywhere where you want to live that with your ultimate lover. Pay the price first. Be prepared to pay the price. And this can seem difficult. It can seem like, am I going to need to pay a price? I mean, you must be kidding, right? I mean, come on. Petra, I thought it was for free. You just do all of this for free for us, and now I need to pay? Who do I need to pay? Do I need to pay you? Oh, you bastard! Well, you need to pay in whatever form that it comes up for you that the pay needs to be paid in. Yes, it will be somewhere in the region of spiritual, emotional, money, effort, time. That's somewhere in there, is what you need to pay. And you don't pay it to me, you pay it to yourself, to the universe, to the fact that you want to have your result. You pay it to release your karma, you pay it to release anything that is holding you back. And yes, you can eventually, who knows, also pay me. And you do that because you want to have your result. I'm not getting anything from that. You're getting your result. Well, I might be able to also eat and stuff, so that I can bring this video to you. But it's really not about that. It's not about that at all. It is about you paying the price and being willing to. And you know what the ultimate price actually is? It is your ego. You're going to give your ego to the wind. That's your price. And you will have to pay it, no matter what the cost is. For some people the cost will be big, for some people the cost will be less. Feel like more or less in your experience, but it will always be the same at the same time, because it will be your ego. That's the price that you're going to pay, because it will dissolve. It will go away. It won't be important anymore. And when you pay that price, often in all kinds of intricate circumstances that feel difficult and that you have to give up, then you make it possible for yourself. Lately there was a person that reacted on a video that reaction implied that I perhaps wasn't really that believable, because maybe I didn't really pay the price that they felt that they were paying, because they were paying with so much emotional pain at this moment. And I don't come across as that. I am in incredible emotional pain during my videos. And I also am not. Because I arrived, remember? But that is all nonsense. The only reason that I arrived, and you're not yet, is because I paid the price. Fully and completely. My big, ginormous, long, expensive, emotionally difficult price that took a lot of work, so much work. Work. That's what I paid. And that's why I am here right now. That's how I can be this for you and give you this advice. 4. What helps is accept the fate that you have in your twin flame union. Yes, because your twin flame union may have a central theme or issue, or like a recurrent difficulty. It may be that they live so far away, or that they are relatively older than you, a little bit more than what seems culturally normal for you, or whatever the difficulty is. They've already been married, or you had already been. Your fate is to work through that, to work that out exactly for what it is, and not something else, not something fantasy-like. I don't like my problem. Maybe I like to work through a marriage of them, but I don't like to work through our cultural differences, because we live in a very different part of the world with absolutely almost contradicting upbringings and customs. I'm not prepared to work through that one. Well, too bad for you, because you won't have your union. Are you prepared to accept the fate that exactly you have in your union in this lifetime, so to speak, if that feels right for you to see it like that. Do you accept that and then work through it and arrive and come in harmonious twin flame union? That is the big question. Well, I know I didn't accept our fate for a long time. And when I finally did, we were in harmonious union very quickly afterwards, and I just started to work through whatever that was giving me. And you know, in the course of working through that, I uncovered that exactly this, what was given to us, uniquely us, our union, and nobody else, was exactly what I needed to heal all my inner pains that started to go away. And I became softer and experienced inner healing and experienced divine love, not on exceptional moments, but in the everyday. When I step out of bed in the morning and go for a little grocery shop. Accept your fate. That'll bring what you actually desire. Because deeper in the journey, the fate is actually you and your mission and the incredibly beautiful abundance that is flowing to you. That's your fate. That's your future. That's the answer that the universe wants to give you all the time. So are you going to say yes to that? Accepting that will give you the right attitude for success in your journey. 5. Approach the journey joyfully. We all know that the journey brings up, through the mirroring effect, difficult feelings in ourselves. And they can be really hard. But when you approach them with the right tool and the right mindset, you can work through them piece by piece, layer by layer, on and on. And you will actually arrive in the joy. To then reveal to yourself that it was about that joy all the time. The inner work on the journey is just being done to uncover the joy that is already here, waiting for you to take it on and to accept it as your own. So when you look at it like that, and you look at the joy that you're creating instead of the difficulty that you're letting go of, then your journey starts already to become much more joyful. There are so many ways that the journey is actually joyful that you don't fully realize. So it might be good to take the approach that it is joyful, but you just don't realize yet why. And then you will see what there is also joyful about the journey. It asks from you to make a choice, to make it be a great experience of enormous pleasure and satisfaction and fulfillment on the soul level, right? One of the things that is incredibly joyful, but that you potentially don't realize yet, is that the inner work you do is never in vain. Even when you seem to be getting to a place where it'll just take you longer or something, because when you need to work through this entire inner work block made of emotions that seem incredibly sticky, then it can seem as if, you know, you're just never gonna reach that. But you will. And it will never be in vain, because every inner work that you have done and that you will stick to will build upon each other. You will never do it in vain. Oh, but the twin flame didn't arrive yet, so I've done all this in vain. I mean, I wasted 8 years doing the key tool every day. No, you have healed so many things. Don't you feel better? Well, that's something to really truly be joyful about. So it's never in vain. You also have exactly that under the belt that you have under the belt, right? You have exactly reached whatever you have reached. And when you stick with it, that's a huge contribution to your union. And because they are you on that union level, they also benefit from that. That's joyful that you're doing that for them and with them. It's absolutely not in vain. And another great thing that you may not have thought about is that on the twin flame journey, you can never do it wrong. Ultimately, definitively, forever after. There is no doing it wrong so that you now need to disappear in the pit of hell or something. No. You can't do it wrong. You can't do it wrong, because even when you've done it so wrong and you've made a stupid mistake and you're like, oh damn. And we've done that all the time. We're the biggest blunderers of all in the past. And now I can laugh about it. When you've made a serious mistake, you will always be able to repair, because you're repairing it with yourself. On the union level, you're one and they're you. Repairing with yourself is always possible. It may be difficult, but once you start and accept it in your heart, then this process will start to unfold, in which you made that new choice, in which you repaired with yourself. And when you are further on that healing journey, they must come into your experience again. When you do it with the right tools and the right energy and the right teacher and the right community, because that's the law. So you can't do it definitively wrong. When you correct yourself and do the actual inner work, they must come back into your experience harmoniously, again with you, because that is law. So the journey, in other words, is truly joyful. It is just you repairing yourself. It always leads to joy. There is no other direction that you can go to. Make it be joyful from the start. Make it your choice to approach things joyfully. 6. Accept the package teacher tools teaching energy. I have seen people that try to reject me, but they try to get my worksheets and take them out of the Facebook group where you can get them, because they're so handy to do your inner work. We have a paper one, that is to say, when you've downloaded it and printed it a bunch of times and put that on a pile on your desk, then you can always do it, and it's very handy. And we also have a digital one that you download and then you can fill it in, typing on your computer. It's a PDF and it stays a PDF. You can make a screenshot when you're finished with your inner work with Key, and stack those screenshots up in a folder on your computer and have all your inner work there as a collection. And people want to have that, for instance. Just an example. But they try to reject me because, they just try to subtract some juice from me, some great tools, but No, 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 no. I'm not going to like acknowledge you as a person of flesh and blood. No, 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 no. Well, you're creating a problem for yourself. And not because I need to be acknowledged by you. Oh, I truly don't. I need to be acknowledged by myself, and I am acknowledged by myself. I'm loved by myself. And not because you need to offer me endless prayers and thank yous because I made these tools for you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They already gave me so much. You never can pay that back to me at all. No matter how much money you think you're going to donate to me now suddenly because you are awoken that that this is a thing. No. You will never be able to pay me enough money for me to have that exceed what it already did for me, that I got that tool for myself, for my journey. Because it has been incredibly valuable for myself. So what the point is that you're trying to tear apart what is a unity. You're trying to separate the teacher from the tools, and the teacher is actually trying to give you an energy that you can be included in once you go to harmonious twin flame union. And then it clicks in with you, and you're in that energy now too. And you're also trying to tear out that energy of them that you didn't even realize was there, but you've left it behind completely. And you also just disrespect the teaching that is behind everything in like the divine wisdom that it's all about. Yeah, it comes via me this time because you're watching my video. If you don't want that, go somewhere else. But the divine wisdom that is actually inside of it, that it is actually about, is now also ignored by you and thrown away. And you can't reach harmonious twin flame union without receiving the core of that divine wisdom inside of yourself and accept it as yours. So you just make it completely difficult for yourself, and that is exactly the separation that you are complaining of that you're in. Because now you're separating the person from their energy, from their core, from their divine wisdom, from ideas that you want to work with in daily life. And that is why you're separated. That is why you are not in union. That is why you don't have union consciousness established as the baseline of your twin flame union. That is why they're not around in your life. That is why. Because you try to tear apart the unity of teacher, tools, teaching, and energy. No matter if you take it here, someone else, or just at the divine. Don't tear it apart, accept the package. It's a package. And this package is actually a present that is given by you, by the divine. If you don't want to have it, no union. If you receive it, if you accept it in your deeper layers, and you truly let it sink into your unconscious mind until that process is fully completed, then you will have your harmonious twin flame union. And the last one, number 7, offer your inner work effort unconditionally and with gratitude. With other words, don't expect the universe or the divine or whomever you indicate as the intelligent designer of our reality to pay you out in the way your ego constructed would be fair. Don't expect that. Because your ego has maybe come up with this idea like, okay, universe, okay, God, okay, source, okay, twin flame, I'm going to work on my inner work for the coming 10 days, completely, okay? I even take free from my work, yeah? You see how much effort I put into it? I'm going to do inner work for this entire 10 days. All right? Yeah, I'm going to eat and sleep, but you know, I'm just only going to do inner work. I promise you. And then when I finish that, I want to have my twin flame now. Well, that's not going to work. It's not going to work out because you can't manipulate the universe. You can't control God. It's not an exchange like I do something for you, you do something for me. And the judge of that exchange and how that needs to be taking place is me. Well, that's your ego, okay? So that's not going to work out. You won't get what you wanted. You will be disappointed. You will turn your back on inner work and never want to do it ever again. And that is because the correct attitude for your successful twin flame journey is to do it unconditionally and with gratitude. The gratitude is here before I start to do my inner work. And the unconditional reality I do it in is here all the time. And that's how I finally reach my harmonious twin flame union, and not in an other way. So this was going to be 7 ideas, but you know, I just got this bonus and here it is. Because the Master Magician came to me with this divinely inspired wisdom for you. And I think it is also in my sharing of posts on this video around the time that this video came out. The whole message. But the core of the message is this, and it's our bonus thing that works on your twin flame journey. Let go of your perception. Your perception is how you see the situation you're in. The glasses that you have on while seeing what your twin flame is doing at this moment and the problematic nature of it. It is your ego's way of interpreting reality, whatever your reality is. And when you let that go and you truly say goodbye to that, then you open the gate towards an entire new layer of life that will be revealed as the layer that was already there. And that is the layer of your harmonious union with your true twin flame, waiting to be discovered in the now. So let go of your perception. Whatever you think is going on is not true. Say goodbye to that. Auf Wiedersehen, to never see again. And then you will uncover the truth. And your harmonious twin flame union will never be far away. You will simply tumble into it. Yeah. And that was the last one that we got today. A lot has been about the right attitude. And with the right attitude, you can even watch twin flame tarot reading videos. But there's also a good reason why that doesn't work, and I talk about that in this video that will appear here in a couple of seconds. I will see you there. Bye.